Hey, welcome back, folks, to another special Star Wars edition of Show and Tell. What the hell? And today we are presenting, and I believe this is a Walmart exclusive. I may be incorrect about that, but that's where I saw it, and it was on the special little display end cap. I knew he was coming, just didn't know when. And what is this guy? What's his name? Luke Star Jogger or something like that. Yes, no, it is Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight, and boy oh boy, I am super happy to have this. And I wanted to talk about him for a while. And while I talk about him, I'll just go ahead and open that dang old package there. And I'll use a kitchen knife that I have here. The nice little package, what's in the back. Luke Skywalker was a Tatooine farm boy who rose from humble beginnings to become one of the greatest Jedi the galaxy has ever known. Wow. Of course, you got your Disney Star Wars. But, yeah, very exciting because I'd never picked up the first Black Series Luke. I saw him once, and I said, boy, I should get him, and I regretted it because I didn't see him after that. And it's a shame. But this is a re-release and a redo. I want to say almost complete redo. I don't know if I forgot what the body looked like on this, but if you notice, there's a couple of things I do want to check out with this figure here. But the first thing you will notice is his face sculpt. Now, pretty interesting little face sculpt there. I try to pick the best one that I could find because some of the eyes, and what's nice about this is they have these little stands that you could put their feet on. I've already lost a few of them, but that's all right. He comes with his, I see he constructed a new lightsaber. His training is now complete. And of course, his little blaster here. So now this is what a lot of people fail to realize is that essentially Luke had, I want to say, 4 different iconic looks in Jedi. 4? Well, of course, he had his outfit here. Then he also had his the outfit that you see here. And if you include the hood, that is cool. Give him the nice Jedi hood. I may want to try to fix that. And a good way to fix that, folks, if you have something like this, you can actually put some running water over it and let it dry. I might do that and let it dry, and it creates kind of this effect. Where it just kind of like rests over him. Leave it overnight, get it soaking wet, let it dry, and it'll kind of rest a little bit better over the head instead of just kind of bob up like this. But still doesn't look too bad. But let's see what he's all about. Okay, now, so he had 4 different looks. He had the with the cloak on, with the cloak off, with this apparel over here. And now I'm trying to see. No, it doesn't look like I can remove this without actually breaking it. But if you look, that was his. If you look over here underneath, that is his. I guess his third look, whatever. When he's fighting the Vader. And of course he has, because it has kind of like this little vest thing, and it there's a certain point where it's like part of it's coming off, where he removes part of it so he can. But he doesn't have the belt, the iconic belt. So hopefully they will put out a Jedi version, maybe, or the duel against Vader version. But this is still pretty cool to have it like this. I really wish they would have given us several options for a $20 figure. But let's take a look at the head sculpt here. Does that look like Mark Hamill? It sure does, but it also looks like what's her name from The Sound of Music. But I'm not complaining because it's probably one of the better Luke head sculpts that we've gotten. It's so hard to do Mark Hamill. But hey, part of having Star Wars toys is using your imagination. And look at this weird finger thing. He's using this old Jedi finger trick. Yeah. But like many of the toys, you kind of got to pry it open a little bit. And then you could stick his laser sword in there. And you get Luke. The joints are a little tough because it's not exactly. Is it stuck on? Hold on. Oh, Not fun here. I'm having some issue with a joint. Will I have to take it back to Walmart? I'm not sure. Ah, there we go. And actually had to pry it off because the paint had actually adhered to this. I could fix that. It's not a big deal there. Does he have a nice butt? He's got a nice butt. Look at that. That's Luke's butt. It's a Jedi butt. So he, of course, he's got all this nice articulations. He's got the where you can move his legs all around, all the thigh. And he's got some swivel over here. No boot swivel. Looks like I'm looking at it, and I want to make sure that. Okay, I need to take a look at pictures because I want to make sure that this isn't done backwards. Sometimes they do that with toys. I just got a Wolverine toy that was missing a claw that I have to return to Amazon, get a new one, take to the post office, and it's just a lot of work. I hate that. Now, this gun is meant for the other hand, but, you know, you can still put it there, right? You got his little stand right here, and he has a little bit more support. I really would have liked if, now I suppose I can get another one and customize it. And I can do where I can remove this and make some sort of fashion, some sort of little belt. But he's a pretty cool looking Luke Skywalker. Very happy to have this because, hey, you know, when it comes to, when I was a boy, Luke Skywalker was probably my first and most favoritist of heroes. While He-Man started coming into the picture, then you get Optimus Prime. Luke Skywalker was the guy I looked up to. You know, he was just a very, you know, every kid in my, you know, wanted to be Luke Skywalker. And first movie I had remember seeing in the theater was Return of the Jedi, and I was a very, very tiny baby boy. But that movie's always resonated with me. I've always had a really nice soft spot for Return of the Jedi. I will say, no, it may not be the best Star Wars movie, but I will say that it is my favorite. Has a very special place in my heart. When I was born, I already had Star Wars toys that were accumulated because I had older cousins, and of course my dad had bought some. And so I grew up, my first toys ever were Star Wars toys. And yes, I had baby toys too, but Star Wars toys were in the mix. And I was of age, probably about 4 years old when Return of the Jedi came out, and I could enjoy it and watch videos. But a lot of what I, and part of the reason why I do stuff called, like, this show called Show and Tell is because I'm talking about this stuff. I'm not just reviewing the toy. Talking about what goes along with the toy, my memories, and I remember getting this exact toy and taking it to my first, I guess it was my first grade class, or my kindergarten class, and we had a show and tell, right? So what I'm busting out here is the original Kenner Jedi Luke with his blaster, by the way. Now, if you notice, this Luke has the glove. That's the other thing. Where is the glove? Where is the glove? This one has the glove. And of course, at that time, Michael Jackson also had his glove. And let's take a look at Luke's head over here. He's also got the Jedi robes here, but this is just a flat black. Not the Jedi robes, but, you know, just that little tunic thing going on. But how far have we come 30 years later? Not even more than 30, about 35 years later or so, with a Luke. Now, if I would love to actually make a Kenner tribute. I'm not going to get this gun in there the way I want to. He's just going to just point it this way. Like, how do I use this thing? Han, how do I use this thing? Which way? I'm used to using the laser sword. What do I do with this thing? Oh, he used a gun before. I know it. But anyway, so this is what your old school Luke looks like. Some of the face and hair differentiated back then. But look at this is kind of all we needed back then as far as a toy goes, is just kind of just a basic similarity. You get your fundamentals, and I think the rest was filled in. And so when we weren't able to watch Star Wars all the time, because, man, I don't even know when it came out on home video. Uh, we had the toys to fill in the gaps. We had the toys to kind of, I guess, reimburse our imaginations, and we'd make up our own stories. And of course, I had some of the Marvel comic books and things like that. Um, but yeah, a lot of my childhood was this figure right here, and it continues to this day with this figure right now, my man childhood. But I think it's pretty cool that that Hasbro finally decided to re-release them, and it's a decent Luke. I kind of like this better than the Japanese. What is it? Was it Figure Arts that put one out, or was it? I don't know what the Japanese ones. They look really high end and detailed, but man, I think Hasbro's kind of getting there. Now, I'm not going to say this is the most perfect face, but damn, this is pretty damn close. I think my favorite Luke face was a TIE Fighter, the recent TIE Fighter. Well, the old one and the re-release had the perfect Mark Hamill face, but this is pretty good. I do like it. Let's put it with a cowl on. Let's see. This, of course, this has a little bit of bleach damage on here. So, oh, it's Master Luke, and he's come to save me. Ah, yes. Let's put the gun this way. The blaster, sorry. And, you know, I still get chills when I see Luke coming into Jabba's palace, decked out as a Jedi, um, because he just looked like such a badass, and he was just confident walking in, and it's just that's what you've been waiting for. What is a Jedi gonna look like? What is he gonna be when he's a Jedi? And that's the Jedi Luke. Just watch that scene again when he walks in and just kind of like one guy just kind of flings over there, and then he starts like talking to Bib Fortuna, and just total utmost confidence. They had this whole plan and scheme going on. He's just so cool. Luke is so cool throughout the whole entire movie. Maybe up until the speeder bike where he's like, "Wait, no, Leia!" Or when he loses it with Vader. That's how the thing should fit him, kind of like that. I am going to do that water thing, just to let you know. Yeah, again, you could soak these capes in water, put them on there, and let them kind of dry on there the next day. It'll kind of adhere to the shape of it somewhat. It'll look a lot better. And I've done that with some Tusken Raiders. I've done that with some other figures with soft goods. But look at that. That's how it should fit. Yeah, where you don't see his face. Very nice. Yeah, that's just, again, very impressive figure. Very happy to add this to my collection. I kind of feel a small sense of completion. I doubt we'll ever see a Slave Leia. But now I feel like getting that Jabba that I missed out on. Now I feel like getting that Gamorrean guard. And if they ever make a... God damn it, I'm going to want the whole damn thing. Nien Nunb. They should make a Nien Nunb. They should make a Bib Fortuna on a 6-inch scale. But how are we going to get those vehicles? But I'm happy with just this, to have a Luke. And I always thought it would be cool. What if the Disney Channel made a Luke series, post-Jedi series, or in between Jedi, and you get Stan Sebastian, and you do some of that CGI facial, I don't know what the fuck it's called. You kind of make it look like someone else. But, yeah, I mean, I always, in my mind, there was always about the adventures of Luke, and it was always about what was happening in between the movies, because it kind of made it seem that way. There was always like, well, what's he been up to? What's he been doing? And your imagination would just take over. Anyway, folks, this is your show and tell what the hell Star Wars edition. I am, despite what all the negativity, I am looking forward to the next Star Wars movie. And I'm saying this on the night that Mandalorian is premiering, and I'm waiting to see if my brother is going to watch it or what. And I don't know. I may not wait for him. I may not wait. I may just go straight to it. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching. And if there's any new people checking this out, keep in mind that Pteranodon Media's just got a bunch of shit on our YouTube. Whether it's music, weird, strange underground music, weird, strange commentary by crazy people like Tex Holmes, music videos, and just a bunch of art projects and show and tell what the hell bullshit like this. And we got a lot of new stuff coming up for 2020, and I can't wait to bust it out for you folks. So I don't need to tell you to like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Smash now. If you like it, do it. All right. So anyway, take care, folks. Follow us on Instagram if you so please, if you want to. That's where I post a lot of pictures and other stuff like that. I'll be getting pictures of these guys on my Instagram, Tyrannodown Media. Folks, take care. And if I don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, then eat a lot of turkey. Unless you're vegan, eat a lot of vegan turkey. Take care, and we'll see you later on.